Yo, sup traders. In this video, we are back testing with the strategy tester a simple breakout long strategy. So if you're watching this, not a lot of people are necessarily going to see this. I might take this down. My face is dark. I'm doing this at night. It's been a long day, but I'm getting back with my developer our developer, and he is um, giving us a beta version. You guys know I've been hyping up the indicator. Well, the dip buy indicator needs work. The stop loss needs to be changed. It's not really working right now as is, but we're going to focus on this breakout long indicator and strategy. So I'm looking at a couple different assets and I'm playing around with it, but you can see um, for the history of this chart, which only goes back about a year, there was 5 signals. We had one winner, 4 losers, and the account's up 80%. It's a $10,000 account. Pretty good. So I'm actually surprised by how good the results are. I wasn't sure how good this strategy would be, but so far it looks pretty good. We'll get into it a little bit. I'm going to show under the hood a little bit, but again, this is going to be for my private group to have access to, but you can have a little bit of idea how it works. And two things that make this really unique as an indicator is that we provide a stop loss. Most indicators don't provide stop losses, and we provide it as a strategy tester, so you have back tested results so you can see that it works. So here's Toncoin. We're going to look under the hood of the indicator. So we can see we have different levels. We have showing the trades. So this is the dip buy. I'm not going to look at the dip buy now. I need to have the stop loss changed from the low to an ATR multiple. It doesn't work right now, and I don't want to show it off till it works. There's an occasional sell opportunity, but we're looking at the buys right now. And so we're just looking for price to close over an old high. That's at least 5 days old. It's an old calendar monthly high. We want price to be above the 20-day moving average. And then I'm just throwing on a random risk reward ratio of 20. But you actually, the way I'm doing it is I don't actually advance the stop until there's another signal. So it would basically work this way. What would happen is when price gets up here, we advance our stop and we'd get stopped out here. The strategy tester isn't that complicated or sophisticated and cannot do that. Um, so let's look here. And then another thing we need updated. So we're starting with, let's put it at 100,000 in US dollars. I want to set as an order, as a percentage of risk. I want to see what happens if we risk 1% or we risk 5%. Um, but, oh, I see. We can pyramid. How's that going to change things? Is that going to change things? Not for this one. So, as it is, we're just 100%, but with no leverage. What if it's 150? What if we use leverage? Go ham. Will it let us do that? No, it's not going to let us go above 100, I guess. Um, Commission, so we can make it realistic, and slippage, but it doesn't really matter that much because this is a low time frame. So if you're trading Toncoin, you only took one, two, three, four, 5 total trades in about 1 year. So it's not very time sensitive. You don't really need to do much. And you can live your job, run your business, whatever it is, because it's not a whole lot to do. But if we look at these 5 signals, this one, if our stop was a little bit wider, we would not have been stopped out here and it would have ran much further. But I'm going to come back to that because that's fine. This one, was barely not stopped out. It ran several R in favor. It didn't give a sell signal necessarily. No, it didn't, but there's a world where you could advance your stop and not take a loss here. Same thing for this one. This one survived. This position survived for a very long time, but then came down here and stopped out. Then we had this breakout, which took a very long time. Although, in theory, there would be another buy that happens right here, but it doesn't pyramid correctly right now. So this would actually perform even better because there should be another buy that happens right on this day, like this as a pyramid, and then is also going to get closed out, stopped out right around here. So that should be another extra 5. So I'm waiting. This indicator is not quite ready yet. And then losing trade here, and there's also a dip buy. I'm not going to turn on the dip buy. Well, actually, just let's look at the dip buy. But the dip buy has problems with the stop loss, and I'm waiting for the indicator for the guy to get back to me. But we turn on the dip buy. It actually, yeah, it's not working. So let's not mess with the dip buy right now. Let's come back to it when it works. Okay, let's look at some other assets that I've done well. Let's look at PayPay. What is PayPay showing? $435,641. That is fucking crazy. Only 2 trades and with one open trade. But if we, this is one loss and then this one runs. This is actually, um, yeah, what is that? A 20x of the whole account. So, and then we're also sitting in this one in profit. But in theory, again, we wouldn't actually have a 20R stop. We would, um, interesting. Oh, why is this one? I don't understand the signal, actually. I don't understand why it buys here and not here. So let's play with this a little bit and say at the high. Okay, what would that do? That would add one additional trade, but yeah, okay. Um, okay. Um, uh, I want it to be the close, so I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna um, ask my guy, why is this along here and the previous one isn't? Isn't it supposed to close over to be a signal? Yo, this is super impressive though. I mean, that is pretty impressive, right? I think it's a little bit crazy. Yo, we changing the game, yo. Okay, now let's look at whiff. I don't think whiff has any because it just immediately mooned as soon as it was where was it listed first? Was it on KuCoin first? Um yeah, I'm not sure why it's not giving a buy signal. Because look, we're going here in February. I guess January wasn't a complete month. But in theory, it's because it, check it out. Here's what we could do. Oh, it's just not even loading. Error. Okay. It's not working for whiff for some reason. Um, whiff. Let's look here. Okay, we do have a buy. So maybe there's no, yeah, I don't know why it's not showing the money with USD. I mean, this is super promising, right? This is indicator coming back even better than I expected. By the way, this is for the breakout strategy, not the dip buy strategy. Obviously, I'm picking the strongest assets, but I want to look at some other assets. Let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia won't tell us. Okay, it's not giving us an equity rating on that. So, oh no, is it all janky now? None of them are doing it. Okay, let's try refreshing. Okay, here we go. Here it is. This is crazy. I mean, I did set the setting for all in. Okay, I don't want to give away too much. So that works. Now let's look at NVIDIA, see if it fixed itself. Only 165% is interesting. I guess there's a lot of losses that happen. Um, we could also play around with, there's a couple settings I want to try. This is supposed to be 200. I want to see if I change it, if it's going to improve things. It does, significantly. We could also change the P&L. This is exceeding my expectations by a large amount. Okay, NVIDIA. Okay, why did it change back down to 165%? Because I had this to 200 is what it's supposed to be. NVIDIA. Yo, this works is working good. Let's look at Doge. Doge is a huge blow up, is interesting. Why is that? Well, if it's 100% risk right now, well, partially it's because um, I think if we look at Doge, an older one, we're gonna get, yeah, a better result because we missed this. So in theory, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Um, I'm interested to see what happens if we play around with the TP here. Say we put it at 10, what's gonna happen? No, it wasn't better. 20 was better actually. That's typically what I'm putting it at. What about 25? 20 was the best, huh? 20 is what I've been using for all of them. Okay, and 20. What? Why? I thought it showed more. Oh, okay. As I'm setting it for the wrong one. Okay, Solana, only 45%? What? What's going on over here? Why is it not trading back here? I guess it just cannot look back that far. But here it was, look at the percentage gain, 4,500. Look at the net profit for Solana here. Look at it. Yo, I think we cracked it. Haha. Don't be surprised if this video gets taken down. Bitcoin. And then we have Bitcoin. Um, okay, it doesn't want to show it. Coinbase. BTC on Coinbase. Come on, why don't you want to do it? Bitcoin USDT on Binance. 491. Why won't it do it? Is it just too much? It did it for a moment. I want to look at the indices too. Mm, it's a good Binance. 170% only, but it doesn't go back that far. What's the issue here? Um, Do we need bigger TPs? Do we need less TPs? I think we need bigger TPs. Also, there's not that many trades. I want to go back in more price history, but it's not loading. But let's say we did 30, what would happen here? It would improve it, but I want to see what's going on with that. Okay, let's move on and let's look at the indices. It's not, the strategy tester isn't working on that, so we'll have to come back to it. Okay, also with gold, I think gold isn't showing it either. No, not working at all on gold. Gold. Okay, absolutely vomited. Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's just cut the video here, but you didn't see this, don't tell anyone. This video's might get taken down. Much love, peace.